What's up guys, it's your girl Scrubbles, also known as Meg here, coming at you with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a gameplay review of my own gameplay here in mid-gold tier. It's been a while since I've actually reviewed my own gameplay. I believe the last time I reviewed my own gameplay, I was playing Ash and I was silver. So we're due for a gameplay review, people. If you haven't already left a like on the video, please leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new. If you want your gameplay to be reviewed by a mid-gold player, if you're either in bronze or silver, join the Discord and post your replay codes there and I will pick one to review shortly. I also go live here on my YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and weekends. And I also post a new Overwatch video every Thursday. So be on the lookout for those as well. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so starting off here, I am going to be running McCree. Probably best if I actually pick myself from my point of view, but I'm going to be running McCree. I'm actually grouped up with a couple people from our community, Makashi and Aluka as well, which is fantastic. I believe Makashi was actually in my previous gameplay review video as well, which is great. So I'm running McCree, we're running Winston, Diva, Ana, Lucio, Mei. Mei is going to be interesting. We're actually mirroring their Mei. So it's kind of good that we have some tanks that can easily get away from her, but having the damage to actually focus down their tanks is what's going to be the biggest thing that holds us back, as well as protecting our Ana from that Doomfist. So I recall playing this game and thinking the first point was a bit unwinnable and being really frustrated by the third point. So let's take a look and see how it goes. So we're getting sped out, which is good, but so is the enemy team, so we'll be there at the exact same time. So one thing that I'm doing is I'm always scouting. Whenever I start a match, I always scout to see what the enemy team has, where people are, and we get a pick on the Doomfist. We try and peel for our Ana there, which is fantastic. Just breaking some shield, getting out of the way. So one thing I probably should have done in this scenario, when that Hog just used his hook on the Mei, and somehow the Mei didn't survive, or the Mei survived. He had just missed his hook to actually send her to the depths of doom, which is just lucky for us. But as soon as I had seen that Hog had used his hook, I believe he might use his rebreather here too. Yeah, it looks like he's using his rebreather. He has no abilities. I should not be standing where I am. I should be pushing up onto this Hog, especially because my Mei is already there. Looks like he's gonna get frozen. We can secure a kill on him. We're already up 1, so what we need to be doing here is playing aggressive with my teammates. My Ana should be able to sit back here for free with very little poke at her, except for probably the enemy Ana. If that Ana is a DPSing Ana as opposed to a healing Ana. But I think that was a big mistake that I made in this game. And as a result, I believe that they capped the first point here. But we'll see how the rest of it goes down. So the Hog does get frozen. Our Winston gets antied. So did our Mei. We get walled off. Our Diva goes down? No, our Diva gets out. Poor Mac. Poor Mac got hooked. Poor Mac got hooked. And they capped that point. I should go back and look at my own point of view here, though. I know I did stay out here this whole time, but it would be good to see exactly what else I was kind of doing at this point, I think, after I didn't go in and play because we were up on picks. One thing I should not be doing is peeking that wall. If anything, I should actually be breaking that wall down. Because for the same reason as I previously mentioned, that Hog has hook available, I believe, and if that Hog hooks me, then I'm also going into the depths of hell, and I will die. So, I either need to be breaking that wall to help my Diva get back to their team if they didn't have their booster, which they did, but I need to either be doing that and backing up, or yeah, not peeking this angle is what I should have been doing. But if that Hog had died, if I had been aggressive on that Hog, then this was a very winnable point. So it's unfortunate that we didn't get that. I need to back away here. Lucky that I got a bubble there for my Winston. And I just got Doomfist punched. So I just kind of staggered myself from the rest of the team, which is not good. which is not good. I guess the rest of my team is dying too, so we'll just regroup.
Saddle again. Group up.
That's exactly what I say. They group up. So just poking at shields, nothing really wrong with that. Just don't want to be standing still as I do that. I can't get headshot by that Mei or by their Ana. Just punch the wall out of frustration. I hear that Doomfist. I'm looking for him. No idea where he is, but that Doomfist is my priority right now. I'm the biggest one that can counter him. One thing I also notice that I do whenever I play McCree, tried to stun him, killed him anyways, but one thing I notice that I do when I play McCree is that I do a few shots. Alright, we should just go back here because I'm trying to explain something, alright? But one thing I notice that I do as McCree a lot is that I pop a few shots and then I always have like 2 or 3 left in my clip, but I still reload. I need to use my clip a little bit more than I do, but yeah. So this is good. We've pushed in and forced their team back a little bit. So their Sigma's down after he ulted, which is fantastic. And the only thing that I know what I'm thinking right now is that they don't have any shields. They don't have any shields, and I'm sitting with a fat high noon that I want to use. And I really try to get like big high noons, but honestly focusing on getting high noons that are like 1 kill, 2 kills is perfect. I really probably shouldn't have done this high noon. To be honest, but we'll see what kind of happens here. So they're all pushing back. My team's all moving left, and I'm moving right. And I immediately pop this high noon. But because of what I previously mentioned, this hog is going to hook me and bring me to the depths of hell. So I did not realize that at the time. I did not take that into consideration. I was just thinking, there's no shield in my way. I can pop my high noon and get big value. No, Meg, you big dummy. So I should have waited. At the very least, if I wanted to take this angle, I needed to wait until the rest of my team moves forward here. If they move forward, take the attention away, then I might have been able to take that high noon angle and risk not being hooked or have my team bait out the hook first, and then that fight would have been a little bit more winnable, but I just kind of fed here. So GG. Sad. And so now they're winning that fight. Our Lucio is just on point away from our team, which is unfortunate. So I think the rest of our team kind of goes down. I'm not sure what happens there. Yeah, they push up on them. They push up on them. So again, a lost team fight. A lost team fight. We'll go back to myself and see what dumb decisions I make next. I missed those shots on the Mei. I need to hit my shots. There are certain times when you hit the stun, you just need to line up the headshot, focus the headshot, force the self-heal ability out. Just stand still. So sometimes it's okay to stand still if it means that you hit the shot you need to hit. Oh man, another thing I really need to implement in my gameplay. Pressuring that hog. I should be right-clicking him or headshotting him. I hear the self-destruct. I break the shield to try and see if it hits anyone else. That hog needs to die. That's huge. Focusing the Sigma. Huge as well. The Doomfist is there, but they secure the point. So by the time that we had gotten anything under control, it was too late. So we go again round 2, and we'll see what happens then. Alright, so this time we're coming out again on the McCree. We've got Rein Zarya this time, which is good. We've got Hanzo, Speed again, and Makashi out on the Brig. Interesting to swap to Brig here to start. Brig's overpowered though, so we'll see how it goes. But going probably because they were getting farmed by their enemy Doomfist last time, would be my guess. And they wanted a little more self-sustainability for that. But we'll see how this kind of goes. We take height, we're getting sped out. Enemy team is also getting sped out, so we'll get there at the same time. Okay, they're not there. Again, just I'm scouting for where people are. Again, I only shot 3 times. I hear the Doomfist, I hear the Hog, I'm looking for them, don't know where they are because my awareness is still only gold. I see that the Doomfist feeds and dies. I see the Sigma, focus him down. Just stand still and shoot. Why can't I stand still and shoot? No one's countering me here. He's not even looking at me. He did die though, which is good, but they capped that point. I need to know when to be a frontline McCree and when not to be a frontline McCree. This is a bad decision. This is a bad decision. Okay, do not go on the flank with 0 abilities. I have 4 seconds on both of my cooldowns. This is a terrible decision. I'm far away from my team. Yes, I'm in line of sight of Mac, but I needed to be with them, not flanking behind them. In higher ranks, I would get picked for this. And I didn't even secure the kill on the Ana because I'm jumping around like an idiot. I just got very lucky here that my team cleaned up the fight. That's it. That's it. All right, so I got a high noon here. And I know what I'm thinking in this moment. I'm thinking that I need to wait for this Doomfist to use his abilities before I can high noon. So that's what I'm really kind of paying attention for here. In game, anyways. Not in hindsight. Pressuring the Hog out a little bit. He's away from his team. Would be nice if we could have pressured him a little bit more. Huge pick on the Doomfist, but I'm an idiot, so I get shielded and walled. Frustrated I do that. That was such a good beat. For some reason, I thought I was grabbed because I felt like I was pulled in this instant. Right there, I thought I was being pulled, so I thought I was being grabbed, but then I was like, wait a minute, they don't have a Zarya, and then I just kind of like rolled away. It was just like a weird animation that made me think that for a very split second. I was like, wait, I can just roll away from the Reinhardt right now. Okay, huge. Huge kill on the Mei. Lucio's the stall guy, missing shots. Just stand still, stand still. It's okay to stand still. At least we capped this point, which is good. And they've switched to Echo. So Echo is now my biggest priority as opposed to Doomfist. Trying to keep some range, looking for Echo. Sticky bomb's coming down. I see that she was up there. We got some good picks, so we're up. Which is great. This is the only time I think I actually like frontline with my team. But I need to go with the pace of my team as well. If I see that my Ryan's pushing sometimes, I need to be a little bit more forward to try and help with that as opposed to playing the mid-range game and trying to peel backwards. So I see that my Ryan shatters here. I try and help him with it. Hanzo got the Echo, which is great. I know that Ryan has shatter. I know he does. That's why I'm hiding behind here. And I'm scared. And there it is. This was such a huge beat though. Killing that Ryan was great. I look around, I can't get out. I know I can't get out. So I just kind of hide behind my tank. Force Mei's ability. Try and kill her. What? I don't know how I got that kill. I want to see that in slow motion. I don't know how I actually secured that kill. I was thinking that in game as well. I was like, the wall went up, but somehow she died. Okay, whose ping is better? So let's kind of see how this looks. The bullet went right before the wall went up, like a split second, like milliseconds. That's insane. So we need to be aggressive here, force them out, keep killing the Lucio, and we body block them out, which is great. So we definitely played much better there. I think the difference between round 1 and round 2, why we won that a little bit better, was because I was playing with my tanks a little bit more and kind of trying to feel the way that my tanks are playing and play with that. Play aggressive when they're playing aggressive, when they're not playing aggressive to kind of hang back mid-range, more so towards my healers. And I just need to be more aware of what other people are doing, I think is kind of the biggest thing. But we're going into round 3, so let's see how this goes. So I switched to Sim here to teleport people out. I asked my Lucio here as well to stay back with me so he can speed boost me to the point while the rest of the team kind of goes to the point. He doesn't do that, so that's unfortunate. But we're running the Brig again. We're pretty much running the exact same thing we were before just because it kind of worked. Except the biggest difference is that the enemy team is not running that. They're running Torb McCree, actually. And they're gonna switch to a spam comp, which we didn't know how to deal with. Yeah, there's the Junkrat. So they're on a spam comp right now, which puts a lot of pressure on my Ryan Zarya. And I'm just hanging out alone, running to the point by myself. A tear falls from my cheek. So alone. So I see they have a ball. Ball's my focus. Body block him. Kill him. Great. But the spam wins. The turret gets Mac. The junk got another. I need to focus on that turret. So now we're a little bit staggered. I don't know if we group up here. So if I'm gonna stay McCree here, again, what I said before it needs to be true. I need to help my tanks. So I'm coming up here with my Hanzo because I'm trying to get a point of view on the enemy team, but I also need to realize the healers that I have with me. I have Mac who can turn around and heal me. Right now anyways, I have Moira, but again, with this comp, I need to be playing with my tanks and supporting my tanks to improve their sustainability because they're the ones that are going to be getting spammed at. So if I wanted to make McCree work, that's what I need to do here. If that's not going to be a possibility, then I need to switch. The biggest target on the enemy team for their self-sustainability is their Ana. If I could have switched to Tracer and avoided the turret, then I could have gotten picks on that Ana and it would have made our push a lot easier. That was kind of the biggest thing, I think, in hindsight, that I should have done. I do take some picks on their shots on their Ana, but again, I missed them. I didn't need to be moving around again. I could have been staying still, relatively still. But I do die here to the Junkrat anyways, because again, I wasn't really with my team. So just figuring out how you can stay alive is how you're gonna win Overwatch games. So my Moira gets out, which is great. I'm looking at our Hanzo. I'm telling our Hanzo to get out or die. He chooses to die. And so we're staggered. We're staggered. We're forced to wait for our Hanzo, especially because he has an ultimate that we want to push in on. We're coming up on a few good ultimates, which is good. So again, I should be playing with my tank here. Which is fantastic. So that was just an issue with they had more ultimates than we did. There was a lot of good pressure, a lot of good CC on that Rhine. The issue that kind of happened was that tire kind of messed with us. So what can you do? Our main tank goes down, which is a huge issue. We actually didn't drag in there, which is interesting. Trying to help the people grabbed. I noticed that Zarya is 1 HP, and so I get hyper-focused on killing her. And this is a really risky position for Mac and I to actually take. And I know that. So I change course, get their Ana, which is huge, pressure their Rhine, and then we should get the point. The self-beating Lucio. I was so confused. Can we see that in 0.25? I was so confused how that Lucio sped so quickly past me. I tried to stun him. It didn't work, obviously. And I don't know how he got there. Lucio just went zoom. Couple good shots on him.
Bonk! Boink!
He just ran right into me. Interesting. Good shot on the Junkrat. We should cap this, but we cap it at 99. We cap it at 99. We have a couple of ults here, which is good. Again, just need to not feed. But we're back on ball. Zarya, which is going to be really difficult against their comp. If our ball could get value by, again, killing that Ana, then great. I'm sitting in a terrible position. Now because we're on ball Zarya, I'm forced to play back a little bit. I can't be helping my Zarya in the front line because they have Ryan Zarya. I'm just gonna get demolished. But the issue here is that I'm not paying attention to what's behind me. And what's behind me is just your classic gold flanking Torb.
Hello!
All right, so I get kind of screwed over here, which is unfortunate, even though I've got both healers right next to me. So that's just kind of unlucky to see this kind of go down. I try and focus on the turret, but I get headshot. what was our healer actually doing there? Mac turns around, notices me. But what was our Moira doing there? She was healing in front of her. Oh. So Moira's a good pick here because she provides a good amount of sustainability for your team. She doesn't provide a lot of damage. Other good picks here would have been like Baptiste, maybe Ana, to really kind of help with that as well. But making sure that you have your healing orb up is super, super important. Throwing a damage orb there is going to provide you no value. If your team goes down, we wipe this and we lose. And she dies from an Ana anti-nade, and I think this is where it gets lost.
There was a flaw in my approach.
I switched to Tracer to try and get there. I don't know if I ever do. I have to recall. I see balls on there, so it's fine. I see the trap, try and avoid it. I get on, but I die right away. So I think this is where it's the GG's. Yeah, and we lost it. So I think the biggest takeaways from this gameplay review is that I need to play with my tanks more and feed off the energy that my tanks are providing. So if they're pushing forward, I need to be pushing forward with them. If they're playing passive, I need to be playing a little bit farther back. What I could have done against their spam comp would have been to either play Tracer, kill that Torb turret, you know, if I can get out of its line of sight well enough, or things like Echo would have been good, Pharah. Soldier would have also been pretty good too. I guess a little more healing for my team, a little more mobility, a little more spam damage as well from afar. But we were always going to kind of lose that spam damage fight, especially because we had a Hanzo there too. So overall, it could have been winnable. We were just not quick enough in our decision making to win that last round, to know how to adapt on the spot and deal with what you're seeing in front of you. So going forward, that's going to be one thing that I really need to work on. But if you guys enjoyed this gameplay review, then comment down below. If you saw something that I didn't see, which is more than likely, comment it down below so I can try and implement it into my game as well. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!